Hello, today, so we'll actually go through, yeah, hello. So again, for today, we'll go over the open source model. We'll try to, pretend like we're new and try to actually, set this up. So, we're not gonna set it up in its entirety. I think it was probably gonna take, for us, probably gonna take 10 minutes. For the other person, it's probably gonna take, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. But we're gonna try to decrease the number of, confusions as possible, decrease the number of amount of confusions. So let's go to, you know, so I guess one clarification I would say, I think this, how AmpyFin, open source AmpyFin works, this part, this, article, I would probably, take with a grain of salt for this one. I think there's a lot of updates that probably you do, some missing steps as well. The README, on the other hand, is very comprehensive. It is. It is very comprehensive. So you need Python 3.8 plus, you need access to MongoDB, and you need access to TALib. These are three things you need. Absolutes. Um, so I guess if you want to test, what Python version you have, just run, you know, Python minus version 3.12. Very good. Ours works. If your Python says, Python is not recognized, sometimes, Python will have Python 3, you know. So sometimes, oh no, oh, very awkward. I guess not. Sometimes you might need to do something like, Python equals Python 3, but I guess, for us, Python works. Python 3 doesn't work for some reason. I guess we probably disabled it. But yeah, let's keep going. So let's clone this repository. Let's clone. You can fork your own repository, or you can just clone it from here. Up to you. You normally fork it if you want to make changes. If you want, so if you do want to, contribute, make sure to fork it. And control. Okay, nope. Control C. I did Alt C by accident. Turn on. Why is it not letting me Control C? Okay. Okay, so very interesting. Git clone HTTPS. I can't believe I'm typing this out, but yes, I am. GitHub.com/50/AmpyFin.git. And check. Oh no, it's not able to. Oh, yes. Now you're able to go into AmpyFin. This is, there's still a lot of work to do. So I think a lot of questions was about the TALib part, and this is some more I'm going to demystify. So for TALib, you can either download from the original. This is a TALib. It's very, like I say, it's very straightforward. It's very straightforward over here. The instructions used to be a little bit more complex, but if you do follow the instructions, Python minus m pip install TALib, run setup.py. Oh no, you don't have to run setup.py, but you have to install like this, and then you should be able to install them. Or you could, download this tar file for Linux. There's tar files for, online as well. You can search up TLib over here. You can, I think there's very good documentation about this. This is the about page. We should go to the TLib installation page. Install. And yeah, you could download from various binaries. For us, however, for I guess our purposes, I'm not going to do this. I'm actually going to search. I have a Windows machine, so I'm actually going to install TALib from the easy installation. And you choose, so this is one thing I would say, I want to point out. So you notice how when I typed in Python minus version, I got 3.12, right? So that means, and you should also look at the Windows version you have. So for me, I have Windows, this one is AMD 64 and 3.12. So I will download this one, 3.12. 3.12 is 3.12. If you have Python version 3.11, download 3.11. 3.10, download 3.10. Unfortunately, no 3.9. Not today. Let's see some assets. Ah, yes, they do have three nines over here. Yeah, three nines are over here. So I did download TLib, and then you could do, I think it was, let me check. No, easy installation, and then you go to TLib build, and this is all you have to run. So let's run it actually. So I think easy access, you probably want to put the download file on your directory that you're going to run it in, and then you do uh, pi.exe dash 3.12, not p.exe, and minus pip install, and then tlib. Yeah. Oh no, so we have to go into AmpyFin, and then we have to do the pi.exe dash 3.12, and then minus m pip install. Minus m pip install, and then tlib. And there we go. It should run. So yeah, for us, our machine's already satisfied with it. For this one, yeah, so it uninstalled the tlib and it's just installed it again. So first, let's install again. And yeah, you have installed tlib, so congratulations. And when you run, for us, we already have everything downloaded in the requirements.txt, but you can download, the requirements.txt using pip install. Sorry, requirements.txt, not the requirements.txt. Oh, okay. So requirements.txt has a head. Okay, very interesting. We don't. Okay, that's so. Probably should have taken this care of before the video, but good thing I caught it. Again, this is a working repository, so sometimes the code is a little jank. So, again, things like that we could just erase, and then now we should be able to install it. Yeah, and there we go. It's installing. So you might be wondering what these last three are. These are for pre-checks. If you're going to contribute to the repository, you need to, pass the pre-commit checks. This is a pre-commit check and one to be. So I think we could go ahead from certain steps and try to go into one to be because one to be itself is another thing. So, configure API keys. If you should be able to sign up for Polygon IO, Financial Prep, Alpaca. Weights and biases is one where you will, have a lot of fun with training. So for us, yeah, so AmpyFin.org, I think we had test rounds. So I think AmpyFin itself, it has a different account. This is my own personal account where I've been testing, the open source version. Does it still work? Things like that. And, ideally you'd name it different tests. So should tell you the Sortino ratio, Sharp ratio, whatever you're interested in. Yeah. So, and also it gives you the logs. So it stores all the logs for you. Um, Fun stuff. So, installing WannaBe, you just run, let me just go back. So I think there was a question about how to work with WannaBe. So, you can store your WannaBe over here, but ideally I'd say, I think they said do WannaBe login, but don't do that. Try WannaBe login and then put your API key. And your API key, did I show my API key? Yes, so I don't want to show my API key, but actually, why not? This is not an AmpyFin organization. This is just my personal one. So go to mine. Um, this is my test one. So let me again feature people. Do not reveal your API keys, things like that. Where do I go with these guys? Probably the first person trying to reveal their API key, but It's basically when you first come in, you should be able to see your API key. Okay. Yes. Might have lost where my API key is, but your API key, if you just type in wannabe API, then you should be able to see it. But put in your API key directly. Don't put in like some os.env. That way it's configured to log in over here. And then from there, you're free to train. And every time you train your model, it's going to store it in WannaBe, your WannaBe database, so you can see it. And simultaneously, it's going to generate JSON. So if you think the JSON files are all there and it's just clogging up your system, you could delete your JSON without having to worry that your models are going to be deleted because your models are going to be stored in WannaBe. And if you do, in the future want to use the model in your WannaBe, then yeah, you could programmatically just retrieve it and then put it in MongoDB or on their database. So yeah, that's all you need to know about, that's a little bit more about demystifying, the setup process. I think the setup process now is very much more well documented. So it's very good stuff. And also, I do want to clarify, I think when I said I want to make open source so that people who want to learn, they have the resources to. Obviously, I'm not going to, release, company information, proprietary information, things I signed NDA for. I'm not going to release those. But what I am going to release most likely and will continue releasing is what I work in, freelance stuff, what I'm making for fun. Because, ultimately it'll probably help someone out there. I mean, I was like that during my freshman year of uni. No framework. Um, there was not that many open source materials on machine learning and trading that were reliable. And yeah, I managed to build one from scratch. And I wanted to share this to people so that people who want to learn, they have the resources to. And yeah, just wanted to, clarify, companies that are, out there, if I do work for them some time and I get hired or something like that, I'm not going to release your, proprietary information. I'm not going to release, information that I am not allowed to. Um, I'm not that type of person. But I will release information. Again, I'm going to clarify. I will release information that, is public. That not as public, not public, but that is, that I'm allowed to. So like, and it's going to be mostly, if not all, what I work freelance, during the weekends, Friday nights, things like that. So fun stuff. And again, if you have any questions with the setup process is straightforward. Those are the two main questions, WannaBe and the TLib. That's where a lot of people had hiccups on. But if you still have any other questions, feel free to comment. I'll try to um, reach out to as many people as I can that are in the comments. But yeah, yeah, that's it, and have a good day. Bye.